Good morning, fellas. Back this morning working on the 64. I did figure out one thing where it's so low and the tire well, or the tire is so wide, when you put the bed on it, you can't get the tires off. I don't want to be stuck on the side of the road with a flat and not be able to change it or do anything with it. So I decided that I'm going to go ahead and start here on the back of the frame, and I've got a couple pieces of angle, 1/8 by 2. I've got them marked out to drill some holes. I'm going to go ahead and use the last 2 holes in the frame. I've done this on an Ranger that I had once, and with hydraulics and stuff on it. I'm going to go ahead and make it a tilt bed. That way I can, well, 1, display the rear end, and 2, it actually makes the truck a little more functional to be able to get the tires and wheels off of it, and maybe even work on stuff at a later date if I need to. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use basically that hole right above the sway bar, and the very end hole in the frame, that's where the bed originally bolted. And then the frame will get, or the bed will get those 2 bolts with these pieces of angle iron, and I'm going to build a pivot in the larger, or the smaller hole at the top of the frame there. Let's see if I can get down there. Sorry. So those 2 bigger holes there, they match in the frame rail side to side. The other one's over there, you just can't see it from the angle. I'm going to use that top hole. Probably going to put a piece of probably 5/8 round bar through all the way to the other side and make that the whole pivot. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to use for actuators yet. I've looked at using some of the sorry, I get you guys back here so I can cut that out. All right. I don't know what I'm going to use exactly for actuators yet. Looked at a couple of electric ones. Thought about using air, just keep an air pump with me. That'd be a good thing to keep behind the seat anyway. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do for an actuator yet, but it'll probably be mounted right on in between the cross member here and the cross member for the differential. There. But I'll be probably mounted to from there or to there. One either pushing back or pushing forward and let it pivot really good. Just depends on how the angles work out there and how much you got to have to get that to work. So you can buy some pretty decent electric actuators, but if one of them dies, then you got problems. The air cylinder, at least if it dies and you don't have no access to air, you can at least pick the bed up with a couple people and pivot it back. So see how that goes, see how mounting all this goes today. I'm gonna cut some, I've got like I say, I got the 2 pieces of angle cut and marked. I'm gonna get them drilled, get the bed over here, just temporarily bolt them to it, set the bed on, make sure everything looks okay, and then I'll start working on the pivot part. These will probably get a big hole drilled in them, and the bar ran plumb through, and the box tubing will go in and support the bushing on both sides on the frame. I'm gonna box the back of that tubing in, or the frame there in, and then cut a short spacer to weld between the 2. And then when I cut that spacer, it'll be drilled, and everything. It'll be drilled and all for each, for a bushing and the shaft to go in it. So it'll be, I want it to be tight. I don't want it to be rattling around. And then the front, I'm going to put the speed clips on. It's like on the back of the, right there, right here. On the back of that, I'm going to put those style speed clips on the frame. And I'll be able to install 2 bolts that'll be easy to take back out later. So if I ever need it. I don't plan on taking it everywhere with the bed up or showing the bed tilts or anything to that nature. So anyway, enough chit chat. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, fellas, there it is. Got the first one made. It's 5/8 bore. I got some cleanup to do on it a little bit more still inside that hole. But that's the first one. It's 2 3/8 long. I'm gonna go ahead and make the second one here and get it finished up and go see how it fits on the truck. I done checked it in the hole. It does fit in the hole of the truck. That's why I took the light skim pass off the outside, move all the nasty rust, and it's just an old piece I had, used material that I can't bring myself to throw away. So I got it machined out there on the old manual. I'll be back here in just a minute and explain what I'm doing.